yards compared to just 87 by Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts had a rare interception, fumbled the ball on the tush push, fueled the Bears to a 24-15 win. Meanwhile, yesterday in Charlotte, the Panthers beat what many thought was the best team in the conference in the Rams. Bryce Young, 15 of 20, over 200 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 of them, by the way, on 4th down. Matthew Stafford, on the other hand, 2 interceptions, 1 that resulted in a pick 6. He also fumbled the ball. Rams lose 31-28. Worst loss over the weekend. Was it the Rams on the road or the Eagles at home? Go ahead, Dan.
Oh, it's Philly at home. Not even close. I was in the building.
Oh.
To watch Chicago go in there and physically, offensively do what they did to Philadelphia's defense, it felt like a defense that knows the offense right now is not good, and they were just holding on. I have not seen anybody push around the Philadelphia Eagles defense the way that Chicago did. And so you're watching this defense almost like break. There's nothing left for us to do. We've tried to keep us in games as long as we can. And then you watch the offense, and the first 3rd down of the game, they call a pass concept that only beats one coverage, and the boo birds come out, and the fans are going crazy. The fans are calling out plays before the plays are actually happening. Yeah. It's an offense right now that is painful to watch. And Chicago came and punked you in your place, in your building. It took far too long to throw A.J. Brown the football, and to watch just a team that physically dominated the NFL last year in Philly get physically whooped on both sides of the line of scrimmage the way that the Chicago Bears did. With all due respect to the Bears, I wouldn't want to play them. I think this is the best offensive line in the NFC right now, along with the Rams. That's a brutal loss for the Philadelphia Eagles in their building.
I think the thing that I wouldn't agree with you is because the Bears have been trending upward all year. My issue with the Bears has been who have they played. So to do what they did this past week, was it surprising? Yes. But we wasn't saying that the Bears was the best team in the whole league like we were talking about the Los Angeles Rams. When you start to talk about the Rams, Matthew Stafford was playing at an all-time high, having so much control. I mean, we were just marveling over, the type of decisions, the type of throws, the type of confidence, the swagger, the aura. And then you go to the Queen City of Charlotte, North Carolina.
Here we go.
And then all of a sudden, that gray, loom over there just brings the worst out of any opposing team. And it happens. And you start to see Bryce Young is not forcing it. Sure. Hey, bro, we keep you up under 25 throws a game. You make the right decisions. And you have a very stingy, opportunistic defense. And that happens. I think the Carolina Panthers exceeded expectations there. Sure. When we were just trying to find a reason to really believe in the Bears.
The Bears. So. But sure, the Panthers were also trending upwards.
Sure. Shout out to Dan Morgan. Shout out to Dave Canales.
Sure. No, for sure. Dan Morgan.
Good job, man.
Dave Canales, David Tepper. Those guys have been trying to build for years. Yeah. But the thing that I have the issue with the Carolina Panthers, it's the consistency.
Sure.
Like any other, it's like, you'll win with the Los Angeles Rams, and then you'll follow it up with, like, what are we doing here? Yeah. But the Bears, we all picked the Eagles to win because we knew, okay, maybe the Dallas game would have punched them in their mouth, and then they woke up, and here again, you have 2 losses in a row, and that was uncharacteristic.
Stephen A.
Worst loss here was the answer to this question is the Philadelphia Eagles, no doubt about it. But before I even get into the specifics of why I feel that way, Dan Orlovsky, did you go to the game by yourself?
No, I went with my family.
Went with your family. Did you pay for the tickets?
Why does that matter?
No. You know why it matters, because I'm asking you, your cheap ass self. You understand what I'm saying? Did you have good seats, or were you in a suite, or did you get upper deck seats because you were too damn cheap?
No way.
I'm saying, did you answer my question real quick so I can move on? Answer the question.
I paid for the tickets, yes. We were absolutely not in a suite.
Ooh. Oh, my God, she should leave you.
It was a buy one, get one free.
Let me move on. This is what he does. He cut corners. It's pathetic. It's pathetic.
I got to buy 6 tickets.
He's got
you got him in the cheap seats, your own family. This is who he is, ladies and gentlemen. This is who he is. He had him in the cheap seats. Dan Orlovsky, right up there. Unbelievable. Anyway, let me get to the Eagles. Here's what y'all need to know. Do you understand that in these 2 games that the Eagles have given up 898 yards of offense? to the Cowboys and the Bears in the last 2 games. This is a Vic Fangio defense. This is a Vic Fangio. So we know the problems they got offensively. Okay, even though A.J. Brown got the ball, 10 targets, 132 yards, 2 touchdowns, he was balling, but they were still getting booed at halftime. When you turn over the ball on a tush push, I mean, that's pretty damn bad. But here's the point. We didn't expect their defense to collapse either. We knew about the problems offensively. But to have Chicago roll up in the side to Lincoln Financial Field, for DeAndre Swift, a former Philadelphia Eagle with relatives in attendance, running roughshod all over them, for the Chicago Bears to accumulate over 400 yards of offense after the Dallas Cowboys just did it a few days earlier against the Philadelphia Eagles, says a lot, and it should say a lot, okay? This team is just coming apart at the seams. There's no question about it. And so when we look at it from that standpoint, I look at the Rams, that was just a bad day. That's all that was. Matt Stafford ain't throwing interceptions like that. That's not what he does, okay? He hadn't thrown an interception since week 3. He had about, since week 3, he went about all of these games with about 25 touchdowns and not a single interception. And then he throws 2. It's an aberration. It's an anomaly. It's not something that you can depend on. Anybody that knows football and knows about that brother's greatness knows that that was not something that you can hang your hat on. But you don't know if you can hang your hat on these Philadelphia Eagles with what you're seeing from them. Offensively, they seem to be a bit discombobulated, to say the least. I'm being nice about it. And defensively, they're coming apart. 898 yards surrendered by a Vic Fangio defense. That's not something that we expect. We expect them not to convert on 3rd downs. We expect them to not run the football effectively right now. We expect them to have issues with the offensive line. We expect accuracy issues from time to time with Jalen Hurts. We expect all of those things. You don't expect this Eagles defense to look the way that it looked Friday. That's where your problem lies, and that's why I say the Eagles, this was a far, far worse loss because they seem to be disintegrating before our very eyes.
I know how Eagles fans can be. You were at the game. It felt like they were playing not only the Bears, but also all their fans. I mean,
yeah.
it was like having a disadvantage for being at home.
It was fire everybody. Literally.
It
was fire everyone. Here, I'm not concerned about the Rams. Let me say this about the Rams, because the NFL has done them dirty with their schedule. Week 2, they go to the East Coast. Week 3, they go to the East Coast. Week 6, they go to the East Coast. Week 7, they go to London. Yesterday, they go back to East Coast. This is a brutal schedule this year when it comes to just all over their travel. Another 1 o'clock start, which is 10 o'clock to their time. Stafford threw the absolute heck out of the football. They played great on offense. The pick 6 by Jackson, outstanding. That's a credit to Carolina. This is what I would say about Philadelphia. I think you're concerned that you're going to lose the division. The Cowboys, as outrageous as that sounds, if you would sit here and go, who do you feel is likelier to win the division right now? It's not far-fetched to say Dallas,
sure.
because
Right.
the way that this offense
Put
and
the
Philly is
schedule
playing.
up.
And the schedule for who? Philly?
For Philly, yeah. Philly? Yeah.
Right.
The schedule
of the Eagles compared to the Cowboys. We've already
Their next game.
said, listen, this game against Detroit is everything because the Cowboys could run the table after that. The
Correct.
Eagles got some problems. The
Correct.
Cowboys actually could catch them. The
Yeah.
Cowboys could catch them and win the division.
So the Eagles are at the Chargers, then they have the Raiders, at Commanders, at Bills, Commanders again.
But
They
the
gotta go-
issue,
yeah.
the whole year, has always been the Eagles have been able to mask a lot of issues
With the winning.
because they won.
Right.
Now that they're not